All right. Few days ago, I read a story about a young lady who could not pay her house rent, right, on time. I think she was owing for about 2 years and 6 months, and the landlord kept calling her, kept asking her to pay the money, and then she kept procrastinating and kept promising and failing and promising and failing. Now she does not have the money. She doesn't have the money. She's then broke, right? And she occupies a two-bedroom apartment somewhere in Lagos. So this lady doesn't have money to pay, and then she's owing for about 2 years and 6 months. Now, one morning she woke up and then locked up the door, her apartment, took her small bag, and then traveled to stay with her sister. Now, this was because of the persistent disturbance from her landlord. So right now she has stayed with her sister for about 6 months. Then on the seventh month, she got a call from her landlord that her things are outside her house. So apparently the man has already got to the house, opened the door forcefully, brought out her luggages, right? Then changed the lock. So now she's asking, what steps we should take, being that her properties are now outside the house and the doors are now under lock, right? So now I want to respond to this. First of all, Auntie, Auntie, you're wicked. Auntie, you're wicked. Now, I understand that you may not have the money to pay, but locking up the door and running away for 6 months, that is wickedness. See, I'm actually for tenants. But you see, in these some situations, you just have to be a human being. Think like a human being. You are owing somebody for over 2 years and 6 months, and he has been calling you to pay your rent. And the best you could do is to lock up your door and vanish for a whole 6 months without recourse. That is not being fair on your part. So you didn't do well at all. At all. That man, who knows? Maybe that house is his only source of income. Maybe his families are suffering because of your ill attitude of, you know, paying your rent. Maybe. Maybe he's in distress. Maybe. All right. So sometimes you have to be considerate. All right. Sometimes you need to go to the landlord and say, sir, I know I don't have this money to pay, but please let me go and let me rally around, see how I can raise money and give you. Sir, can I pay by installment? Can I pay in bits? These are valid questions you can ask your landlord, and if he's a human being, he should be able to give you a very concrete answer that will somehow help to reduce the burden on you. All right, so that both parties will be happy. All right. So now to the landlord. Okay, landlord, you also did not do well. In fact, what you did was wrong. You have no legal right to illegally, because that is it's called illegal eviction of the tenant. Even if she's owing you for 1 million years, you don't have the right to open up the door and bring her things out, change the lock. You don't have that legal right. What you should have done is to allow due process of the court, allow the proper legal due process. All right. So what you should have done was to serve her the normal quit notice. Now, if she's a yearly tenant, you give her 6 months notice, depending on what is on tenancy agreement. If it's a year setting, the case will be different. All right. So you serve her your normal statutory notice, then 7 days of owner's intention to recover possession. Then you go to court. When you go to court, you can get court order. When you get court order, in fact, you don't have to go and open the door yourself. Court will send their bailiffs or their sheriffs or police to come and do the work for you. You just sit back and smile. Sometimes some things are better done the right way so that you can smile. But when you do kunje way, you end up in regret. So you didn't do a landlord. You should have waited. Or better still, use that 6 months that she ran away to process this whole thing. See, if a bailiff comes to serve notice to quit, it doesn't matter whether you are around or not. Once he has pasted that letter on the wall, on your door, it's valid. Yes, if you want, you can do a screenshot and send to the woman on her WhatsApp. So she will know that she should appear in court. If she doesn't appear in court, it makes the work easy for you and your lawyer. Then within that 6 months she's away, you can process the whole thing and get court order. And you're happy. Meanwhile, the court order will include her paying her rent in arrears, all the money she has been owing you, outstanding rent, she will pay it off. 2, your prayer will also include that she pays the main profits for that 6 months that the case will be in court or less, and all the outstanding debts she's owing you. So what the court usually do is when the bailiff come or when the sheriff come to take, they usually take the properties to the court premises. All right, if she's not around, so she has to come later to claim these properties. All right, and if she doesn't come, they'll come after her, or they'll auction the entire thing, so you can get your money back. But the main thing is that do the right thing, and then pray that your main profit be given back to you, and every money that is being owed you will return to you. If this young lady wants to take up matters with you, she can sue you for illegal eviction. That's one. She can sue you for damages. Now, some people can be very, very ruthless. This woman can claim she kept 1 million naira in her house and the money is missing. Being that it was you that opened up the door, you broke in illegally, like a thief. You are indicted. If she claims she kept 1 million naira in the house and you opened up that door, you broke into her house, she could claim for damages and you pay more. You pay more. Now, if she's not going to go to court, she can go to the police to say, my landlord broke into my house without my consent and I'm looking for my 1 million naira. The landlord, Oga landlord, you're in trouble. All right, so now if you're watching this video and you have an input to make, you can go down in the comment section and make your input. All right,